guys. So I've got this sketch going on, and classic sort of robot thing going down here, and some letters on the right. Now what I'm going to do, I want to do some smoky effects and all that sort of stuff around there. I was thinking about background and stuff. I thought I can't be really bothered with the background at the moment. I want to do something else. So I'm just going to try some experimenting stuff, fades and so on back there, make it look a bit smoky and lovely. But when it comes to do this, I'm going to do this in real time. I'm going to time lapse this. Might time lapse a bit of background as well. But I'm going to do this in real time because I'm going to show you a fill technique that I'm going to do for this one. It's a sort of straightforward chromey kind of fill, but it's quite effective, particularly if you do it in a sort of monochromatic way. If that makes no sense, it will do. Stay tuned. Let's get cracking on it. Okay, so I've done my character down here. I don't think I'm going to do any more on him. I don't think so. I mean, who knows? But I'm into the next bit now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a fill on these letters here. And what I want to do, I want to do a sort of monochromatic, sort of fake chrome look. I call it fake chrome because it's not a real chrome look. It's a classic sort of what's the word? It's a graphic chrome look. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, if all this is really unclear, it will get clearer as I go on. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to establish a line where the horizon is in the letters. So I'm going to put it here. Now for me, when I do this, I don't like to touch the sides of the letters. I'm going to make it all wibbly wobbly to sort of what's the word? Simulate horizon. For those of you who know what this is, you'll already guess what I'm up to here. It's a very, very simple technique, but when executed well, it's very effective and very aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to do all this in real time so you can see it, see me doing it. I should be talking really, shouldn't I? Normally, when I do this, I go into time lapse, so I don't have to speak. But I should really talk to you. Okay, so that's my top line of my horizon. Now, what I've got 4 blues. You can do it with less than this, or you can do it with more. But 4 is a really good number to use. I've got very light, lighter, sorry, very light, darker, darker still, darkest, and that will blend with the black. So I'm going to lay down my now to be honest, I do this different every time, but this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to lay down the light one first, all the way down. Okay, so you notice I don't touch the sides of the letters. I'm wondering. This is what, by the way, this is where when your pens are running out, it comes in really handy. Now, somewhere I did spot that I've got a slightly runny outy. Yeah, see, this one's nearly run out. I'm wondering if I can just do a bit of. You see that? Oh, it's so run out that it really hasn't got any juice in it at all. But that might be enough. That might be enough of an effect. Incidental music. This doesn't take that long, but in real time I'm realizing it takes long enough. Also, I'm slightly rushing it, as you might imagine, because I'm quite self-conscious that you're watching this going, come on. And those of you who are very familiar with this effect, who might be able to do it quicker than I can, oh, that is so run out. If I'm really lucky, that is going to survive just for this piece. So when you get a run out, sorry, slight interruption there. Okay, we're cracking on, So yeah, when you've got a really run out pen, sometimes you can use the juice of a juicier pen to give it a bit of go, like I'm doing now. In the words of an artist that we can't name anymore because of his appalling public behaviour, can you tell what it is yet? I think you probably can. You can see where I'm going with this. I'm working fast, so I can pick up some of the juice in that pen before it dries. Let's just feather that in. Lovely. Right, I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Use that pen again in a bit. We'll see for why. Okay, so now I take my slightly darker pen. Now, before that dries, get back to my lighter pen, work over the edges, work it in, blend it in. In fact, there you go. Just blend that through like that. Now I've got to make sure there's enough room in this dark section to incorporate 2 more blues. Got 2 more blues on the go, so it's got to be fat enough for that. Come on, this is, I have to say, slightly messier than I normally do it, but I don't normally do it live. I've said that already. I'm on repeats now. Come on, man. Enough excuses, yeah? This is not the dark colour. I'm just laying down something so it's nice and wet. There we go. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm doing a lot of cap swapping and stuff. Some people just leave their caps off, but I'm too tight-fisted to do that. Obviously your pens will run out faster. Got the wrong one. Come on. Okay, so I'm not doing the neatest job in the world, as you can see, but it doesn't matter because it won't affect the overall look. Wow, this is taking so long. I'm actually tempted to go straight to my darker colour, but I don't know if it'll be enough. I don't think it will. No, it won't. That's a silly idea. Okay, good. Slightly darker still. Okay, slightly darker still. Nice colour. Slightly lighter. And yes, this is a bit of a palaver, as we say. But it will be worth it in the end. At least I hope it will. By the way, this is also why I really hate doing graffiti in public, and why you will probably never find me painting at a jam. I get invited to jams quite a lot, and I never go because I hate painting in public. Just don't like it. Okay. So as you can see, I'm not a master of the perfect blend. And I'm not really going for it either. I don't really mind as long as it's roughly in place. I'm fine with that. Don't need to be perfect. I mean, I've seen people do really, really rough stuff. Really rough. In fact, if you watch someone like Soffles paint, I think he's the best guy I've ever seen for doing really, really quick, kind of like almost like stream of consciousness type art. Not afraid to make a mess. Just throws it about. You can see he's having fun with it. You know, he can paint lovely and neat, but you can also just chuck it about. Always gets great results. I mean, he's probably a bit Marmite. Some people okay, sorry, interrupt myself. Darkest blue now. Goes under the black like that. Oh, now, where's that? Yeah, there it is. So all the time I'm going backwards and forwards with the markers, trying to get a good old blend the whole time, which is why I've got two in this hand, one in this hand, making sure that I'm ready, because I'm working what's called wet on wet. I've got to work on these before they dry, because it's not impossible to blend dry pigment, but it's a lot more difficult than blending wet. Very good. Oh, yo, what's going on there? Damn. Oh my Lord. Okay, so that nib has got, this is the one that would run out, right? And what happens with a run out nib is it can start to, you can store ink in it. You can really sort of start storing ink in it. That's what that had done just then. I could potentially kibosh your lovely work of art if you're not careful. Put to bed hours of work. Okay, so I ain't gonna kid on. This is laborious, right? But it'll be well worth it when it's done, because it'll look great. Blending's one of them things that takes a lot of practice. There are some guys who are really amazing at it. If you want to see somebody who's really amazing at it, go and see Dibs. He is a bit of a master of the perfect blend. He's one of them writers who does really sort of perfection work, you know. I've collaborated with him on the on a black book piece before. His stuff is like, it's ridiculous. It's like a human printer has done it, you know. Just incredible, really incredible. Ooh, this is a tricky one. That's so when I'm doing that, sorry, I'm doing it away from the book. I'm doing it on a piece of paper. I'm just getting rid of the excess ink on it, so I can turn it into a blender again. There we go. Okay, Nice, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Good, good, good. Yes, 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 come on. I'm the most impatient person. I've got no patience whatsoever. Can't be bothered, you know. Okay, there you go. Now that's the bottom bit. Now, I'm going to do this top bit. I'm going to do the top with the letters now. Oh, in fact, you know what, hang on. Just slightly touch these bits up first. Just so I'm happy with them. Make sure they are to my liking. There we go. Yeah. I sometimes add little bits. I think I might do it here actually. I'll show you what I mean. Little sort of like little meteors. There we go. Okay, what do I need? I need that there now, right. So I've got to do the top of these letters now. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, gets a bit confusing. See if I can get a decent. See if I can get a decent sort of fade with this. Oh Jesus! Look at that! Come on! Forgotten to take all the ink off that nib. That was a crushing move. Luckily, it didn't wreck it. There you go. See that? That's a really nice sort of fadey fade there. Don't throw away the markers when they're running out. You can still use them. You're going to need them. So I'm just using that lightest colour again. I could go in with a darker one, I might do. I might just do that. Just on the tops. We'll see. See how we go. Keep my technique nice and light. Oh, this is working like a charm. Wow. I'm aware it's not the neatest job, but I am trying to rush this. This is probably, on this T, this is a bigger area than I like to cover, but there's very little else I can do with the T because I need the effect. I need it to be uniform to what is going on with the other letters, so it's got to be done. There we go. For anybody first using these markers, try not to go over the same area twice because you do lay down more pigment. You get a lovely uniform look on it, but it lays down more pigment. So it's just a bit further down the stick of that T than I would have liked. But never mind. Of course, when you do this, you'll take much more time and care and precision than I'm doing now. Okay, there we go. So I am going to just go over the tops there with the slightly darker one. I'm literally just gonna kind of drop it in at the top, very light. Just try and blend that a little bit to the tiny bits. Actually, that ain't going to blend probably. See, that's sort of dried a bit now, so it's much harder to blend. Doesn't really matter, I'm not that bothered. So that, my friends, is, oh, I should stick a little, just a tiny bit in there just for the sake of it. There we go. I'll even do a tiny bit of that in the top. There you go. That's a nice way of doing like a sort of a bit of a sort of simulated chrome fill. That one's a tiny bit messy, but the overall effect is quite nice, isn't it? Now what I'm going to do, because the reason I've done it blue, you can use any colours you like. Blue's a nice frosty sort of cold feel to it. Gives you a nice sort of metallic-y look maybe. Some people like to do sort of browns down there and a blue up top. So you've got the blue reflected sky and then you've got a sort of earthy reflected thing there, you know what I'm talking about. But what I'm going to do, I want to do all this background blue and a bit hazy. So I've done this blue, so it makes sense to me. But you can do it any colours. Try it for yourself. I painted a green one once. Painted a green one on a wall. Should dig that out. Had a quick afternoon on the paint. I'll see if I can find a picture. If I can find the picture, I'll drop it in for you so you can see it. But yeah, there you go. And now we're going to return to time lapse. Right, I'm wrapping it up on this one as usual. I want to continue and sort of massively over egg it, but you know, there's a time to walk away, isn't there? And whatever I don't do now, I'll do on the next one. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this works or not. What do you reckon? I don't know. I had really high hopes for this down there. This light source down there. I'm not entirely sure if I managed to pull it off. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon for more.